So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Girl Scouts of Greater Chicago and Northwest Indiana Service Unit Cookie Manager Training. We are excited because this year's cookie season is going to be even better than last year's cookie season. Today, we have members of the product program team who will be sharing some of the highlights and provide an overview of some specifics as it relates to this year's cookie season. But I am happy to introduce to you today our host, all the way from Little Brownie Baker, Anne, who will kick us off with today's presentation. Anne, take it away.
Thanks, Angela. Good morning, everyone. I'm super excited to be here today with you. We are going to take a look at 2024 and all the resources that will be available for you to use throughout the program. But before we can do that, let's take a look back at 2023 and see what an amazing job that the girls did. Okay. There we go. So in 2023, the girls sold over 4 million packages of cookies. That's a 12% increase over the previous year. That's an amazing accomplishment. With that, they also sold more cookies. So we saw an increase of 6% in the girls' PGA to 167. So your per girl average was 167, and that along with the increase in packages sold is definitely an amazing feat for them. I apologize. There we go. You had a 6% increase in girls selling. So almost 24,000 girls sold cookies for the Girl Scouts of Greater Chicago, Northwest Indiana. We're getting back to pre-pandemic slowly but surely, but it is an exciting time for girls and the Girl Scout cookie program. Your digital cookie program, the girls sold 1.845 million packages just on digital cookie platform. That was a 3% increase over the year before. And you are Little Brownie's third largest council in digital sales. So we're very excited about that. Your girls and their parents and caregivers have really embraced the digital part of the program. 82% of the cookies, over 1.5 million packages, were girl delivered. And who doesn't like to deliver packages of cookies that are already that have already been paid for? So we're excited to see what the digital platform will do and what the girls will do for this upcoming season. Angela, I think you're going to have to. There we go. Thank you. I apologize for that. As we take a further look at the digital cookie sales, the per girl average on digital cookie itself was 122. We know we had some issues with the shipped portion, so that's what the decline was. But I'm really looking forward to the future and what 2024 will bring. Your council is absolutely amazing in the fact that you have over 19,000 girls selling on the digital platform, and that's an 80% participation rate. So one of the highest in the country in terms of participation. And we did see a growth of 15% in the girls selling. So we're super excited for next year. So in 2023, 2024, Little Brownie is celebrating their 50th Girl Scout cookie season. And we've been baking with heart for 50 years. So we're going to talk a little bit about the experience. We're more than a baker since 1973. We're committed to offering high quality cookies with an exceptional Girl Scout cookie program experience through our unwavering commitment to excellence, integrity, and innovation. On the plate on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see 4 cookies. These are 4 of our first 5 cookies that we launched in 1973. Our Thin Mints, our Do-si-dos, and our trefoils. We also were the first baker to bake Samoas. We did have a 5th cookie that season. And just think about it, if you've been with the program when you sold cookies or maybe early on, what that 5th cookie might have been. And I want to share with you that that 5th cookie was Vancho's. So Vancho's was a vanilla sandwich cookie and a chocolate sandwich cookie, and they were both packaged in the same packaging. There were 2 little sleeves of the chocolate and 2 little sleeves of the vanilla. So that was one of our very first cookies that we made that we no longer make now, but our tried and true favorites from 1973 are still here. I'd like to show you a video from the heart of our bakery team in our hometown of Louisville, Kentucky. They're helping you and us prepare for a magical cookie season. So here's to 50 years.
Welcome to 3 Cookie Lane in Louisville, Kentucky, home of Little Brownie Bakers, a licensed baker of Girl Scout cookies. Let's go inside and meet some members of the bakery team.
Come on in!
Girl Scout cookies have been baked here since 1973. This cookie season, Little Brownie will celebrate their 50th anniversary.
We are so proud to bake Girl Scout cookies here in Louisville. We're the home of the iconic Samoas, Tagalongs, and of course your favorites, Thin Mints.
In peak season, the bakery makes around 4.9 million Thin Mints per day. It takes 40 people every day to make our Thin Mints. But only one is called the Queen of Thin Mints.
Thin Mints are my favorite cookies to bake. We're like a family here. We like to lift each other up. I tell all my new hires they're gonna be dreaming about Girl Scout cookies.
Talk about sweet dreams. They use 385,000 pounds of chocolate coating every single week at the bakery. You can actually smell the chocolate in the air throughout the bakery, even in the warehouse.
I've been baking Girl Scout cookies since 1977, and I can't imagine doing anything else.
After Little Brownie bakes and packages the cookies, they send them to Girl Scout councils all over the country. They love to support Girl Scout entrepreneurs with their delicious cookies.
They didn't have Girl Scout where I grew up in Cuba, so since I started working here, I learned so much about the Girl Scout cookie program. I love how the cookies we bake help empower Girl Scouts to grow into leaders.
I come from 3 generations of Girl Scouts. My mom was a Girl Scout, my sister and I were Girl Scouts, and then our daughters were Girl Scouts too. Being able to make Girl Scout cookies is very near and dear to my heart. I love that we're able to help young entrepreneurs build skills for the real world.
Everyone here at the bakery puts love and care into making Girl Scout cookies because that's what it means to bake with heart.
From the bottom of our hearts.
And from everyone here at Little Brownie.
Thanks for celebrating our anniversary with us.
Gracias por celebrar nuestro aniversario con nosotros.
Here's to 50.
50!
50.
50 anni.
Here's to 50 years.
So as you can tell, everybody at the bakery is very excited about the 2024 cookie season, and so are Eric and I, and we support your...
Welcome to 3 Cookie...
Do that twice, sorry. We support the council every step of the way. Just a quick agenda, the things we're going to review today: cookies and packaging, theme and mascot, our magical rewards and rally guide, our marketing and tech tools, and then the council gets to jump in with all their details. So we've been baking in success for 50 years. Just wanted to show you a quick cookie timeline. As I mentioned, we started in 1973. Our first season selling cookies was 74. So we had our Thin Mints, our trefoils, Samoas, Do-si-dos, and Vanchos. In 1976, we invented and started baking Tagalongs. As we moved into the 80s, we had our first entry into the lemon cookie field. We sell more lemon cookies during the program than the grocery stores do all year. We had chocolate chunks, medallions, Echoes, Cabana creams, a country hearth chocolate chip cookie. In the 90s, we moved over to a lemon drop, a lemon chalet cream. We also had a reduced fat chalet cream and a sugar-free. So for when you're asking why we don't have those cookies, we certainly tried to have those cookies. Into the 2000s, one of our most popular asked about cookie and can we bring back cookie are All Abouts and the Double Dutches. We also had a lemon cooler, which then in the 2010s became the Savannah Smiles. We had a sugar-free chocolate chip cookie. We had dulce de leche in 2 forms over a couple of years. We had our first introduction with adding fruit like a cranberry into our Thank You Berry Munch. We also had our Rah Rah Raisins. And now today we're still selling Toffee-tastic, Lemon Ups, Adventurefuls, and the Girl Scout s'mores. Girl Scout s'mores. This is your 9 cookie lineup for 2024. So whether you like Lemon Ups, Trefoils, Do-si-dos, Samoa's, Tagalongs, Thin Mints, Girl Scout s'mores, Toffee-tastic, or Adventurefuls, we will have everything that you want. We've simplified our ingredient and food allergen guide. We have, it's a simple design for the entrepreneurs and our customers too. It combines 2 resources into one, and it's available in English and Spanish. We're encouraging the entrepreneurs to know their ingredient and allergen guide, not only to help their customers, but to help each other if their friends might have some sort of allergy. Little Brownie's sustainability promise is to consider the environmental impact of all of our business practices, consistently minimizing any negative impact on our activities wherever possible. So we do have a global supplier code of conduct. We want to make sure that our products are socially and environmentally responsible. The Little Brownie team that lives in Louisville, Kentucky, not the bakery team, but the Little Brownie team, our customer service team, as well as all of the sales team, we all work from home. So we're doing the tele-network with our virtual collaborations. All of our materials are designed digital first so that we can use less paper. And our goal is to have 100% reusable, recyclable, and compostable plastic. So with that being said, I'd like to introduce you to our Samoa Reduced Plastic Tray. It's a new and improved tray that uses 15% less plastic. So our goal is to save 65,000 pounds of plastic annually. Nothing else has changed about the cookie box, cookie count, or the weight of the carton. And we will be using our remaining old tray inventory before inserting the new tray. So just know that you may buy 2 boxes of Samoas throughout the program, and one may be the new tray, one may be the old tray. We have a magical cookie season prepared for our 50th. This is just something fun to take a look at. When I started with Little Brownie, I came in right after the 2009 cookie program. So the first sale that I was a part of was in 2010. And these are all of our mascots from 2010 to 2023, along with our themes. So I know everybody kind of has a favorite. My favorite was the sea turtle and Altogether Awesome. We just have finished our Coral the Dolphin year in 2023, and now I'm excited to present to you 2024. The theme may look and seem familiar to you. It is the same theme as your fall product program, but we know that our girls are magical, and I can't wait to see all of the magical things they do this season. So I want you to introduce you to someone, so swim with me. I'd like to introduce you to Lucy. She is our axolotl mascot for 2024, and this season is going to be a lot of fun. Girls get so excited about axolotls, and you're probably wondering what the heck is an axolotl. It is a salamander. Its natural habitat is Lake Xochimilco in Mexico City, Mexico. They swim with plants, and they enjoy the companions like crayfish, frogs, and fish. So you'll see some frogs within our and fish within our materials, our rewards this season. They can be found in multiple colors, and often as pets, they're pink, but they can be gray, green, black, or brown in the wild so that they can blend into their environment. They do have a few feathery external gills on each side of their head, which gives them their signature look. So I'm kind of partial to our stuffed one versus a live one, but we are super excited about our axolotl Lucy. So we're going to look at the magical rewards and rallies that inspire the girls. This is just a quick look at the two parts of your order card. I'm going to go to the second one. So in the top of the screen, you can see Lucy, our axolotl. She's got multiple textures and some fun, the fun adventureful on her, I don't want to call it a paw, but on her foot. We have an axolotl pillow, a great crossbody bag, which will be really popular with the girls, 2 interchangeable straps, and they also come with some patches that the girls can decorate their bag. A great weekender tote. It's got a wet bag inside of it, so when the girls go to a sleepover and they go swimming or have wet clothes, they can stick those clothes in there. And then the council offers a wide array of experiences for the girls when they sell 1,000 packages or more. We did bring back our charms for 2024. The girls absolutely loved them last year. So when the girl earns the Lucy, the axolotl, she'll also earn an axolotl Samoa's charm. She has the ability to earn charms as a cookie techie charm, the heart charm, and as well as the charm patch throughout the program. And then for the troop final PGA rewards, she'll earn this fun bandana with lots of different axolotls on it, and then our axolotl in my pocket t-shirt. We want to get the girls excited about the program, and the council hosts an amazing cookie rally at the beginning of January. But if your troops cannot make it, or your service units cannot make it to that cookie rally, we do provide the rally guide to you. It's currently available at littlebrownie.com. In the past, it's been in eBuddy, but we've moved it over so that you have access to it now. There's a lot of great activities for the girls, whether it's goal setting, photo booth props, or an axolotl headband. We have in-person and virtual activities. I love our rally guide. It's one of those pieces, first of all, that was designed to be digital first. So if you want to print it, it's about 80 pages. So I don't know that you want to necessarily do that, but it does offer step-by-step instructions on how to do things. I think it's also a great piece if you're a troop leader and you just don't know how to get the girls ready for cookies. There's goal setting, there is rewards, they can meet the mascot. This particular screen that you can see is a cookie menu lanyard activity for the girls for their boost sales. Digital marketing, safety, money management, everything is here in one place for you. So there's fun activities and templates. We encourage those older girls to help, and the activities are good for small groups or large groups. So maybe if a couple troops want to get together, or if you want to host a service unit rally, you could definitely do that if you can't attend the council rally. Magic made simple. That is our number one goal, is to make things simpler for our volunteers, as well as our parents and our caregivers and our councils. So I'd like to introduce the new littlebrownie.com website that celebrates our 50th anniversary. You can look at our cookies, our story, cookie, Girl Scout cookie businesses, but the most important thing I think is our cookie season resources. They're there for you to use in any portion of your program. So some things that we offer are clip art and all new cookie photography. So if you want to do games or some sort of flyer for a cookie rally or for your booths, you could do a bling your booth. We have all kinds of clip art, illustrations, and photography. We know that digital marketing is so important, not only to the council when they're talking about the cookie program, but the volunteers, the parents, the caregivers, and those older girls. We want to make it simple for you. So all of our posts under digital marketing are so easy to use. All you need to do is copy, paste them, and post them. This is just a sampling of what we do offer. I noticed Little Brownie was posting over the weekend the tag-alongs versus the adventurefuls. And we have some countdown slides. I know we have some Valentine slides, or it's just as simple as saying lemon ups or Samoas are here. So take a look at this. Again, we want to make it easy for you to communicate your girls' programs. Print materials, I mentioned our ingredient guide. We also have a cookie flyer. So if you want to print these two things and take them to a booth sale, it'll help the girls learn more about the cookies, but then you have the flyer to help them about the allergens. All of our resources are in English and Spanish. So if you're hosting a cookie drive-through or you just want to hang some signs to let people know Girl Scout cookies are back, again, everything's in English and Spanish. This is a fun way to simplify your growing cookie business. We have these leave behinds that the girls can print out, but before they print them, they're customizable, fillable, and a lot easier to use. We let everybody know that Visa and MasterCard are accepted as part of the digital cookie program. And we're encouraging that digital forward approach with QR codes. And again, we have them in both English and Spanish. So the girls can go door to door. If somebody's not home, they can leave one of these options on the door. But before that, they can add their QR code. So when their neighbor comes home, instead of having to place a phone call or an email, they can just click on the QR code and then set it up for girl delivery. We're inspiring participation with our brand new Cookie Rookie program. It's an energetic introduction to running a cookie business in 4 short videos. It is available on littlebrownie.com now. It brings the cookies to life for those cookie rookies, those younger girls, to help them learn about the cookies and get excited. Again, we're encouraging that digital forward approach. And we have a QR code on their order card to inspire the entrepreneurs and the caregivers to engage in the program. And we don't want to leave out those older girls, which we like to call the cookie captains. They inspire innovative ideas for cookie season success. Again, we're encouraging experienced entrepreneurs to lift up those newer ones, and they have a QR code as well on their order cards to share their success with us. I love to hear the stories of what the girls are doing out in the community and with their cookies. When we talk about technology this year, our goal was to improve stability and accuracy. We've upgraded our servers to handle increased load with more sales going digital. And like I said, you're the 3rd largest digital cookie council in the country. So it's really important that it be stable. We do have how-to videos in the eBuddy Help Center or on Little Brownie's YouTube channel, including an overview for new leaders. So if you do have some new leaders or anybody has questions, you can direct them to our YouTube channel, because we have short microburst training videos on every topic within our eBuddy system. In the busy world, let's make your volunteer role a little easier, and we can do that with the eBuddy app. The eBuddy app does everything the desktop can do. You don't have to choose one or the other. You can use them both interchangeably, but it allows you to keep up with council communications and updates, recording booth sales, cookie exchange, pending covered orders, as well as booth management. Here are just some examples of how you can use eBuddy, whether it's on the computer or in the app. You can review the cookie exchange tab if you have extra cookies you'd like to get rid of, or if you need a few extra packages of something. This is really popular as you get towards the end of the program and you don't need a full case of s'mores or Toffee-tastic. You can check to see who in your area might have a few packages they're willing to give you. Do you want to go to a popular booth site and all the slots are taken? You can add your troop to the booth wait list. And then when somebody releases a booth, you'll be notified via email. That's why it's so good to have the app on your phone, because you can look at that email on your phone, and there is a live link in the email that will take you straight to the booth scheduler and allow you the opportunity to sign up for that booth that much quicker. You can also record a booth sale. After the booth sale, you can evenly distribute the cookies to the girls using the record a booth sale button. It not only distributes cookies, but money as well. So it's just something a little bit, something that will make the volunteers' lives just a little bit easier. So I'm going to just take a quick second here. We know that it simplifies the job, the role of the service unit volunteer, the cupboard volunteer, as well as the troop volunteer. If you'd like to download the apps now, the QR codes are on the screen. On the left-hand side is the Google Play for those Android devices. You can also, on the right-hand side, download from the App Store. So whether you want to put it on an iPad or an iPhone or a Samsung tablet, you have the ability to do that now. You won't be able to get into eBuddy yet because the council hasn't put you into eBuddy, but for now, at least you can download the app and you have it available for you when you're ready. So we do have one big enhancement in eBuddy and Digital Cookie, and this is the ability for the parent or the caregiver to enter their girl order card orders into Digital Cookie and submit them to the troop. So you'll go into Digital Cookie, you'll put in your girls order card order. When you hit submit, it goes over into eBuddy for the troop cookie chair to review and save. If you are a troop cookie chair, please review and save, because if you don't, that order will fall off of the initial order tab, and you're reviewing it and saving it to make sure that Susie's mom didn't accidentally order 100 or 1,000 packages of Toffee-tastic. So we just want you to use spot check and make sure that all the orders are correct. We've simplified our eBuddy Help Center. The eBuddy Help Center is a one-stop shop for eBuddy, the eBuddy app, as well as Digital Cookie volunteer support tools. We do have a listing of microburst training videos there as well. And we've taken any marketing materials off of the Help Center and moved them over to littlebrownie.com. So when it comes to our materials, the two best places to go are the Help Center for eBuddy and technology, and then littlebrownie.com for any marketing resources. I can't thank you enough for being here this morning and for everything that you do to support the girls. Let's continue baking magic together. And from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of the hearts of everybody at Little Brownie, thank you.
Thanks so much, Anne. Wow, it was like that was an awesome overview. And I don't know about you all, but that makes me just as more excited about our upcoming cookie program. We're going to move over to the second part of today's overview and provide you with some council specific information. Did you know that our cookie program is broken into 2 phases? That's right. We have the first phase of our cookie program, which kicks off December 15th, and that part includes digital cookie. When girls use their digital cookie storefront to take orders, they can also utilize their order cards as well. And orders taken through these two processes or these 2 ways, the cookies are actually, sent over to you, the service unit, for you to distribute to the troops and therefore to the girls, so that then they can deliver to their customers. Then the second phase of our cookie program, that involves booth sites. It also involves our goal getter program. And girls can continue to take orders from their customers using their digital cookie storefront as well as an order card as well. But those cookies are provided to our girls in a different way. But we'll talk about that in a few minutes. This is a quick snapshot of our calendar for our upcoming cookie program. If you are a service unit cookie manager or troop led person, you have received many of these dates in your guide. But if you haven't, don't worry. Our website will have these dates and details shortly. So this month, can you believe it's November already? Well, this month, this is when service unit cookie managers should consider and think about hosting their own troop cookie manager training. There is also, this is the time where service unit cookie managers should submit their service unit delivery form. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. If by chance any of your troop leaders perhaps need additional assistance, want extra information, or maybe they didn't get an opportunity to attend your amazing service unit cookie manager training, our council will host a troop cookie manager training session on November 30th. The link to register for that event will be shared soon, but we want to give troop leaders the opportunity to attend your amazing training first. In December, we will host a digital cookie training for parents and leaders. The first 45 minutes of that training session will be focused for parents, and the other 15 minutes will be for troop leaders. Like with any of our cookie trainings, this session will be recorded and also posted to our website for later viewing. Cookie access, or actually access to eBuddy and digital cookie, will open up December 9th. This will give troop leaders the opportunity to make sure that they have access to eBuddy, and girls the opportunity to start setting up their storefront so that they are ready on December 15th when our cookie program kicks off. In January, we'll host our cookie rally. We'll have our cookie delivery, the first of 2, and our cookie cupboards will open at the end of January. We'll then move into the second phase of our cookie program, where we will continue with service unit cookie delivery. That will be the start of our cookie booth site sales. We'll have our ACH suite, the first of 2. And then in March, we will conclude our program and collect during the second ACH suite. So I'm going to turn it over to Selena Randecker, who's going to give us a highlight about Cookie Biz. Selena?
Thanks, Ange. Hello, everybody, and welcome into our cookie program. We have a special opportunity for our Daisy Brownie and Juniors on Saturday, December 9th from 9 a.m. Starting at 9 a.m. Actually, session 1 is going to be our Daisies and Brownies from 9:30 to 11. Check in roughly between 9:15 and 9:30. And then our session 2 is going to be for juniors, and that's going to run 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Our Daisy Brownies and Juniors will earn a Cookie Biz badge. Those are the official cookie badges from GSUSA. Daisies will earn the My First Cookie Biz, brownies will earn the My Cookie Customers, and juniors will earn My Cookie Team. We originally had the concept for this because we wanted to make sure that our troop leaders understood the programming and the program part of the product program. So this is a way that we can help out our leaders, our new leaders, or maybe our leaders who are taking over, like for the juniors, understand that there are 13 badges out there for girls to earn, one every year as they go through the cookie program. So this is an opportunity for them to join us and experience a cookie program badge. So the cost is $6, and it is going to be held at our Joliet gathering place. That is off 90 there down in Joliet. Registration is actually open for it, and Angela will send the link to you to forward to all of your troops. We'll take more questions later on. But some of the questions I have been receiving is, well, why aren't we including cadet seniors and ambassadors? We are actually, there's a two-pronged approach to this. This is the first prong of the approach in involving our Daisy, Brownie, and junior troops. So it is a test. It's the first of its kind. And so we're going to start with the Daisy, Brownie, and Junior because they have similar activities and we can accomplish them within the hour and a half to 2 hours. We are inviting our cadet seniors and ambassadors to help us out and volunteer. They are going to be running activities. I'm going to be working with them behind the scenes the last 2 weeks of November to make sure we have the program structured for their expertise, that they can teach, they can share what they've learned, they can give the girls the benefit of their own experiences. And then I'm going to be following up with our volunteers to help them earn their badges at some point during the cookie program. The cadet senior and ambassador badges are a little more involved, and we want to make sure that when we give them an offering, we are giving them a complete offering and the resources they need. So in a nutshell, that's why we're starting off with the Daisy Brownies Juniors. Again, it's December 9th at our Joliet gathering place.
Awesome. Thanks, Selena, for sharing. Okay. So let's continue the fun. Mark your calendars because January 6th, we will host our council cookie rally. Hopefully you've had the opportunity to attend in the past, but if this is your first time, you want to make sure that you're in the room. That's Saturday, January 6th. It's going to be family, fun, and food. But did I mention fun? Tickets are on sale now, and we can't wait to have a great time and see all of our Girl Scouts and their families. Ticket prices include an entrance into the rally, a Cookie Rally t-shirt. We can't wait for you to see that because it is definitely one of a kind. A ticket to the Wolves game, and the Girl Scout will receive a patch like the one shown here on your screen. It's a great event, so we can't wait to see you there. Stay tuned for more information. Let's move on and talk about what's new in 2024. Well, in case you haven't heard, there's a new price. We're going to talk about new proceeds. We'll talk about fall product because as you recall, we had an incentive during the fall product program. So we'll talk about what that looks like as it relates to the cookie program. And Anne just shared with you what's new for as it relates to digital cookie. So let's go over the cookie program phase 1. As a service unit cookie manager, your role is basically you're the encourager. You're the friendly enforcer as well. You are the leader. You are the teacher. You're all things. Your job is to help ensure that all the troops in your service unit are aware of the cookie program, that they know about the cookies, that they know about all the safety rules, that they know about the price of our cookies as well. Your job as a service unit cookie manager is also to help coordinate booth sites for not only our council, but also for the troops in your service unit too. There are some things that you will want to talk about during your troop cookie manager training. I'm not going to go through everything here, but be sure to look at your service unit guides for more information. As I said before, you want to talk about the variety of cookies, the price. You'll want to talk about delivery. You'll want to talk about the different ways that the girls in your service unit can actually participate in the cookie program. For those older girl troops, you'll want to discuss the opportunity of opting out of rewards for additional proceeds. You'll want to go over dates. That is very important. Be sure to make sure that all the troop leaders and the girls in your service units know about and adhere to the dates for the cookie program. You'll go over ACH, you'll talk about cookie cupboards, and you'll talk about the different ways that troops can actually exchange cookies within your service unit. But the most important thing you'll want to do is that you'll want to make sure that you're having fun, your troop leaders are having fun, and we all know our girls will have fun. Hopefully by now you've received your paperwork. Some paperwork was sent to each of the service unit cookie managers or the designated person within your service unit. Troop leaders should have received their troop materials for their girls. That means order cards, their troop cookie manager guide, money envelopes, and so much more. But if you have new troops that have joined your service unit, you have extra materials that you can give to those troops so that they are all set and ready to go on December 15th. If you or your troop leaders run out of materials, don't you worry, because we have tons of materials at our gathering places waiting for pickup. So be sure to let your troop leaders know that the different ways that they can obtain additional materials should they need them. Hopefully by now you've received your troop cookies as well. Those cookies are not just for you, but for you to share with the troop leaders within your service unit. You'll provide one box of cookies to each of the troops when they attend your training session or when they come to pick up materials from you. There's also in your box of cookies, there is a sampler box. The sampler box includes one box of cookies of each variety, it does not include Toffee-tastic. Why do you have those? Well, that's a great refreshment to actually sit out when you're having your troop cookie manager training. It gives those troop leaders the opportunity, perhaps if they haven't had Girl Scout cookies before, to try what we're offering. Those sampler packets that you're giving to your troop leaders, they should be utilizing those cookies at your troop training that they're having with the girl and the parent. Let's talk about some of the additional training sessions that will be coming up. I already mentioned the virtual troop cookie manager training that will take place November 30th. December 4th, I mentioned that we'll have our troop cookie manager training for parents and leaders. And then we will have an eBuddy training. So you'll get to hear about all the ins and outs of eBuddy, especially that digital cookie piece that Ann mentioned in her presentation, January 4th. As I mentioned before, all of our training sessions will be recorded. So in the event that you're not able to make it or you need a refresher, you'll be able to click on the button to listen to the recorded version. Our girls are ready to own their magic. They showed us that in our recent product program. And so this cookie season, I can't wait to see all the magic that that they display upon all of us during this cookie season. It kicks off December 15th. We know that having a plan is important. That involves goal setting. We know that all of our girls are probably already having plans for their upcoming cookie program. they'll look at the reward card and maybe set their goal based on what rewards that they want to earn. And if you didn't know, all our rewards are cumulative. So the more that a girl works towards, the more she earns. Maybe she's setting her goal based on the number of packages that she wants to sell. We know that many of our girls set their goals high, whether it's one package, 100 packages, 500. I mean, the list goes on and on. Each girl's goal and hearing about them is so exciting. And plus, girls will want to share that goal with their prospective customers. We also know that troops have goals too. Maybe the troops are planning a community event. Maybe they're planning a camping event. I mean, the list goes on and on. So a troop will want to have a troop goal as well and be sure to also share it with prospective customers. There are different ways that our girls can participate in the cookie program. You've heard about digital cookie, and you've heard about how well our council has done as it relates to digital cookie. Believe it or not, girls are actually using the telephone to actually call prospective customers. Maybe grandma doesn't text, and maybe she wants to place her cookie order with her favorite Girl Scout over the phone. Girls also use their order cards. They're using social media. They're participating in our gift of caring program. I mean, girls are quite innovative. Our Girl Scouts are with the way that they are obtaining their cookie orders. Gift of caring is a great way for our girls to support the community, essential workers, and community based organizations. Our council has done an amazing job year over year of all the gift of caring cookie donations that we have received. Donations go to various organizations, and the list changes year over year. But some places that we've donated to in the past include the USO, food pantries, many veteran organizations as well. I mean, the list goes on and on. I'm going to turn it over to my teammate, Sherry Lambert, who's going to talk about ACH. Sherry, take it away.
Thanks, Ange. Good morning, everybody. First, I'd like to explain what ACH actually is. It's called Automated Clearinghouse, and it is the way that troops will pay for their cookies to the council. It's a safe, secure system through which funds are electronically transferred. Basically, a spreadsheet is pulled from eBuddy with the amounts on it. We submit it to our bank. They submit it to your bank and back to us again. The actual processing time can take up to 7 days. So if troops don't see the entry right away coming out of their bank account, don't worry. Sometimes it just takes a little bit longer than a day or two. So ACH forms are due December 1st, which is basically a troop giving us their banking information. However, and see the little start area there at the bottom, if a troop has completed an ACH form for this year's fall product program or last year's cookie program, they do not have to submit it again. In an effort to try and simplify the volunteer experience, we're going to attempt to roll these over from year to year to see if that does not assist with volunteer experience, plus also our paperwork and our processes as well. So if you have submitted the banking, you're good to go. If you've had any changes, whether it be an account number or leadership, you'll need to resubmit that information to us with the more current information. The first ACH sweep is February 15th, where we'll take 50% of the initial order. A sweep is the actual word for the transaction that's actually conducted. The second sweep is on March 15th, and that's for everything else that the troop may have picked up, remaining balance due, including any covered cookies and extras. Here's a real quick formulation of how that first ACH sweep is calculated. Troop cookie sales are, and in this instance, are 100 packages at $6, so that comes to about $600. This would include any digital cookie orders that are processed before we place the initial order in January. Troop proceeds always come off the top of a troop's order. So in this case, for 100 packages at $1.05 a package, which is the new base proceed amount, that comes to $105. Then any digital cookie payments that are dated before the 17th of January will also be included as a payment made on the troop's account. In this instance, it's $30. So we take the $600 and subtract from it the proceeds and any payments made, which comes to $465. And then we'll sweep half of that. So we want to make sure that we take into account every payment made on the troop account, whether it's made digital cookie or in person, and then make sure that the proceeds are also included for anything that was in the initial order. So what if a troop does not have the funds to pay for the ACH sweep, which is a common occurrence? In the first ACH sweep, they'll just need to fill out what is called an adjustment form, and it'll be available on our website, on our cookie resources. And basically they're telling me that we cannot pay, let's say it's at $235, we can't pay that, but we can pay this. And basically that would be at least 25% of what the total amount is. No longer can troops submit an ACH form and say, don't take anything from me. We need to be able to take 25% to accept the ACH adjustment form. And reasons for the form could be that a troop purchased or took out most of their booth cookies and picked them up at delivery, so they're part of the initial order, or they had girls that did not pay all their money up till that point, or any number of things could be the reason why they just don't have enough money in the account to pay for it. We do reserve the right to prosecute if a troop has an unpaid balance at the end of the program, and we have done it in the past. So we just want to make sure that the troops are aware that the cookie money that they collect is not their money, it's our money and girl money. We do have a collection process in place, and part of that is having receipts that show when cookies or money transfers hands, and it's a must if we're going to try and figure out where money may have went somewhere during the cookie program, or to try and track how many cookies the troop has, where they are, who's got them. So a receipt must be written for all transactions that are back and forth between the troop, troop leadership, parents, and girls. And as I said, it's a way to keep track of the inventory and a way to make sure that the troop knows where all their money is in preparation for the ACH sweeps. So I'm going to go right into delivery then. Let's talk about the dates for delivery. Cookie delivery is January 25th. That's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then we take 3 days off early February to accommodate the opening of the cookie cupboards and to give our delivery agents time to regroup. And then we start again February 4th, first through the 4th, and that will, that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday again. Once we have a schedule, the service unit is updated with that information. There's 2 different kinds of delivery methods available in our council, and you have to supply us with an online delivery station request form by today, November 1st, or within the next couple of days if possible. I know this training is happening on November 1st, but that date does not change from year to year. It's always due on November 1st so that we can begin scheduling as soon as possible. Let's talk about the 2 different kinds, excuse me, of delivery. One is a drive-through. And the drive-through is for a service unit that has a large order, or it has multiple service units that it delivers with. Excuse me again, that use the same location. The service unit drive-throughs, the way they work is a trailer pulls up at your location. Typically, it's a large parking lot, opens up the side doors, and then your vehicles will drive past the truck and stop at each door where cookies are loaded into their vehicle. And then they count and then sign off on a receipt, and then they're out of there. And usually it takes anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, sometimes even less time than that. It is staffed and coordinated by the service unit cookie managers. And then you also have volunteers within your service unit that will help you. A service unit delivery station is more like a truck pulls up, drops your whole order, you count the whole order, and then troops will come in and you'll sort their orders for them, and then they'll take them out. So it's much more labor intensive, and it does mean you're touching the cookies more than once. But for smaller deliveries, it makes more sense. Excuse me. And it's typically held inside of a building like a church or a school, something inside, because it does take longer than a drive-through. So there are several steps to service unit cookie delivery. The first one, of course, is to supply me with the information on where you'd like to have your delivery. The second step is when I inform you with using a tentative schedule when your service unit is set for delivery. And at that time, you can start to coordinate volunteers to assist you. And then step 3 is where you get a final schedule and you communicate that delivery date and pickup option to your troops. You'll print delivery tickets, which if you look at the screen there, that multicolored sheet of paper right there is what a delivery ticket looks like. It's called a bubble sheet or a pick ticket. And that's where you'll put in full cases the amount of the troop order, and that's what's used to sort their orders at each kind of delivery. It's used at both. Then you'll distribute all the product items to the troops during delivery. And the one thing that I stress, and anybody who knows me well knows, during delivery, I am shouting, count, count, and count again to make sure that your counts are all correct.
All right. So let's move on and let's talk about troop goals, but most importantly, the proceeds and the opportunities for our girls. You've seen our amazing order card, so you're probably wondering, well, what is it that troops are going to earn when it comes to the cookie program? As you know, our cookies are $6 per package, and this year, our girls, and actually moving forward, I should say, our girls, daisies and brownies, will receive $1.05 per package sold and rewards. Our older girl troops, that is juniors, cadets, seniors, or ambassadors, have the option. They can elect to receive $1.05 per package of cookies with rewards, or they can opt out of rewards to receive additional proceeds. That is, they would receive $1.15 per package, but they would also receive any patches or charms. It is important to remember, especially when it comes to our older girl troops, this is a troop decision. We must remember that this is a girl-led program, so our older girls should make the decision as to whether or not they want to opt out of rewards for additional proceeds. As a reminder also, troops who sold $1,000 or more in this year's fall product program will receive an additional 5 cents per package sold. So you're probably wondering, well, what does that look like? Well, here's a screenshot. So this year we had 714 troops that reached the $1,000 fall product that incentive that we just spoke about. We had 1,224 troops that participated in our fall product program. That means 58.3% of troops actually reached $1,000 at least in fall product sales. Now, we didn't have that incentive in fall 2022. However, we did have 673 troops that reached $1,000 in at the $1,000 in fall product. But what was interesting is that we had 2 more troops actually overall that participated in our fall product program, meaning that 54.9% of troops in 2022 actually reached selling $1,000 or more in the fall product program. So congratulations to those troops this year who reached at least $1,000 or more in the fall product program. Sherry, I think you want to say something about this, don't you?
I sure do, Ange. Thank you so much. So when we're talking about, this says cookie bonus, but it's actually cookie proceeds. So for those of you that are familiar with eBuddy and the sales report tab, we list what a troop's proceeds are right there on that sales report tab up closer to the top. It'll say if they are receiving the $1.05 or if they're receiving $1.15 without rewards. So we'll specify how eBuddy is calculating their proceeds. And new this year, you will also see for those troops who qualify for the $1,000 fall product bonus, it will say that fall product bonus, and then it will say 0.05, and that will also be calculated into their proceeds. So it's not a payment that's made and show up under payments made. It's actually going to be part of the processing when it comes to figuring out what a troop's proceeds are.
So we've heard about what the girls can earn. We've heard about what the troops can earn. Let's talk about the service unit goal. Be sure to share the service unit goal that you've received in your service unit materials with the troop leaders in your troop. If you have not received that information, we'll be sure to get that out to you. Also, discuss the different ways that your service unit can work towards that service unit goal. Encourage the troops and leaders in your service unit. Together, that will help to make you reach and or exceed your service unit goal. And remember, all the work that we're all doing, it's about the girls. Service units can earn a bonus if they reach and or exceed their service unit goal. If they reach at least 100%, of their 2024 service unit cookie program goal, they will receive 12 cents per cookie case sold. If they reach 105% of their service unit 2024 cookie program goal, they will receive 25 cents per cookie case sold. If the service unit reach their fall product program goal and they reach 105% of their 2024 cookie program goal, they will receive 35 cents per cookie case sold. Many of our service units have reached this in the past, and I've heard about the amazing things that they've done with their bonus, like have a recruitment event, a service unit camp event. I mean, the list goes on, and we can't wait to hear all the exciting things that your service unit has planned for your service unit bonus. Let's quickly move on to phase 2 of the cookie program. And I'm going to turn it over to my teammate Selena. But before I do, let's stop for this quick commercial break. We have a brand new cookie booth kit that will be available in our council retail shops, I believe at the beginning of December. It will include a tote bag, a pop-up banner, some table tents that you can put on your booth table. It'll have a GCNWI thank you notepad, money pouch, and 4 button pins as well, all for the amazing price of $30. So be sure to mark your calendars and be sure to stop by our Gathering Place shop to pick up yours. And with that, before we do that, let me prepare you for our cookie cupboards, because we know that service units, troops, etc., they will be having cookie booths. And so you'll want to get more cookies. Where do you get those? At a cookie cupboard. If a Girl Scout needs more cookies for her customers, where can she get those cookies? Well, if her troop leaders run out, she can stop by a cookie cupboard. A cookie cupboard is a place where you can receive additional cookies to fulfill those cookie orders. Cookie cupboards will open January 29th and run through March 12th. They will be available at all of our gathering places and also some volunteer residences. Our cookie cupboard schedule will be available in early January. Please note that locations and processes as it relates to placing a cookie cupboard order are subject to change. What else can you do at a cookie cupboard? Well, most importantly, you can conduct a goal getter transaction at our gathering place cookie cupboards. That's where a Girl Scout can come in. Perhaps she has some additional cookie orders. Maybe a parent took an order card to their place of business and they want to fulfill those cookies like quickly. And maybe the troop leader doesn't have cookies to fulfill those. Well, if the Girl Scout and parent has money in hand and those orders, they can stop by any of our gathering place cookie cupboard locations and fill their order. They can also place that order online on our website, on our shop website as well. They can start placing those orders on January 23rd, and they will be available for pickup starting January 29th. Now, if a Girl Scout has an order of 15 packages or more in one transaction, she will leave from our gathering place location with a goal getter patch as shown on the screen. The Goal Getter program is just another great and innovative way that a Girl Scout can use to work towards her cookie goal. As we mentioned before, digital cookie will continue in the second phase of our cookie program. There are 3 ways that a Girl Scout can obtain cookies to fulfill those digital cookie orders. It's important to note that during the second phase of the cookie program, cookies are not delivered once again to the service unit, but girls can receive cookies to fulfill their cookie orders during the second phase of our cookie program from the troop leader, because we know that the troop leader will have additional cookies that are left over from the initial order period. They will work with the troop leader to get those cookies. Maybe the troop leader has run out of cookies, or maybe the troop leader doesn't have a specific variety of cookies needed to fulfill that cookie order. The troop can conduct a troop to troop cookie transfer, or conduct a cookie exchange to obtain that cookie variety that's missing. And then finally, another way, or actually another way, I should say, not necessarily finally, but a troop leader can also put in a transaction into eBuddy for for them, or perhaps maybe the parent can pick up. That is, once the troop leader has put in a transaction into eBuddy for that specific order, and that order can be picked up. The most important thing that I want to share here is that, remember, the customer has already paid for these cookies. All the Girl Scout needs is the cookies to fulfill that order. The troop has already received the financial credit for these cookies. So we want to make sure that we're utilizing our business ethics and ensuring that the customer receives the order that they've paid for. Stay tuned for more information about phase 2 of our cookie program. But I was so excited to talk about booth sites. Now is the time that I'm going to pass it over to Selena Randecker to talk about booth sites. Selena, let's take it away.
Hi, everybody. Again, it's me. I am working on booths as we speak, and I know you are looking forward to working on booths as we go along. This is just an example of a booth. I would really like to see pictures from your troops, so make sure they are submitting them on our social media platforms and inspiring everybody else. You may want to conduct a booth contest within your own service unit to inspire the girls, and definitely have an opportunity for to talk to your troops about booths in January, early February, right around when booths are starting. So booth sign up this year, we will have the 3 standard signups starting January 7th. Troops can sign up for 2 times. January 14th, troops can sign up for an additional 2 for a total of 4 times. And January 21st, troops can sign up for unlimited times. I do recommend that troops don't necessarily sign up for every single site in eBuddy, because that's just hoarding. And if you want to make sure to take a look at your troops, we want to make sure everybody has a good opportunity to get booths. Additionally, Troop My Sales will open on January 28th. Troops can put in an unlimited amount of those, but again, we'll talk about My Sales in just a second. Be active in talking to your troops about what a My Sale is. Ange? All right, there are 6 cookie booth weekends as usual. About weekend 3 is when we're expecting to see the National Cookie Booth Weekend. So they do run that first weekend in February all the way through March 10th. All right, council sales. So council sales are well, let me just talk about last year. We had 17,776 booth sites available in eBuddy. Yes, that was 17,776 booth sites. Those were the ones that were submitted through your booth schedulers, or that we obtained from council. We had 8,475, or 48% of those booths were actually filled in eBuddy. A troop actually clicked on those and selected that. Those were uploaded into the cookie finder, so our customers could find us at those locations during that time. We had approximately 200 2,527 troops selling. And of those, we had approximately 56% choose to hold a booth. There are two types of booth sales in eBuddy. The first is a council site. That's a merchant location where there are multiple selling opportunities available for multiple troops. So the merchant locations are defined as your big box stores, your retailers that have multiple locations. Some of these are Walmarts, Walgreens, Jewel, Sunset Foods, maybe, Michael's, if you can get in there. Joanne for sure has had people in the past. I think I said Walgreens, Five Below, Dollar Tree, some restaurants in your area, locations like that. Typically, the merchant locations are secured by the service unit cookie manager or the service unit cookie team. This is, again, a stress point for you to talk to your troops about, to make sure that your troops are not contacting any of these defined council sites. That's the eBuddy term, council sites. It doesn't mean council is getting that, getting those sites. It means that they are a site available in eBuddy to anybody in the council to pick. If you've got questions on what a council site is, you can absolutely reach me later on, and we'll put up my email address. And I would love to have conversations with you. You will be receiving from me a list of what council sites we show your team submitted last year, as well as the local Jewel locations that we've had and Walmart locations that we've had in the database in the past. An important information about some of the council locations. I am currently working to get all of the malls that are typically in our system. I've had contact with all but one as of right now, and we are in various stages of the contracts. I don't know if you know this, but we actually, as a council, pay for the mall locations. So we pay for the opportunity to have the kiosks at these malls, and those are malls such as Gurnee, Northbrook, Woodfield, Orland Park, Chicago Ridge. So if we've had the mall in the system previously, I am working on securing those right now. Jewel Osco, that's a partnership between you and me. If you have a great relationship with your local Jewel and you would like to go secure that location, absolutely, we'll put that on your list to call. Otherwise, I will have a team this year, and the team is going to start in the December, January, to make sure that we get calls to all of our local Jewels, and then by extension, our local Walmarts, to make sure we have the most booth sites available and ready to go for your troops to select in January. So we will be handling that if you don't have the relationship with your Jewels. Walmart is off limits right now. We are expecting a national agreement to come through any moment, hopefully today, fingers crossed, that will allow us to go into their registration system and request booths. So Walmarts are being told by their corporate office that they can only approve these registrations that come in through this national program, and only from those who have the login and permission from GSUSA to go in and actively ask for those booths. There may be a time down the road when I reach out to you and say, hey, we've made contact with this Walmart, we've asked for the dates, we're not hearing back. Can I have somebody from your service unit go in and help us out? But that won't come until later in January, because we have to give the process a chance to work. So then again, so the malls, the Jewel Oscos, and the Walmarts, we are working on, and I will reach out to you about your specific area. Please, if I have one ask, and you take away one ask on booths today, is please, please, please reiterate with your troops that they are not supposed to be going into these locations. And here's an example I've used in all of these trainings is, if I have 5 troops secure 5 dates at 5 different Jewel locations. That is 5 out of a potential 300 time slots that Jewel can give us. So we've potentially left 295 slots that are not available now. And again, that is because these locations are really looking for one person to come in and make the ask and make the reservation for the entire program. So if that person comes in and asks for their particular troop for a 2-hour time slot, they've effectively shut us out for the rest of the year. So again, if you've got any questions about booths, here's my email address. Please give me a call, give me an email, make contact. I'd be happy to sit down with you and discuss your local booths. The second opportunity we have is the MySale locations. Those are typically merchant locations that are not defined as a council booth sites. I again, will ask you to tell your people to talk to you before they approach a site. Often what troops think our MySale opportunities, your team is already working on to get for multiple troops. Troops may not understand the definition and the difference between a council site and a MySite and a MySale. So you as a service unit are responsible for viewing MySales and MySale requests in eBuddy. There are thousands in there. So I don't have the opportunity to review them all and approve them all. So we're relying on you as the service unit volunteer to approve them. They may be denied. You can deny them if you found that they're a duplicate. Maybe you've got the opportunity in as a council sale. Maybe it crosses service unit boundaries. And that's another pressure point that we've heard from you is crossing boundaries, because you're working on this set of booths. Another service unit is working on this set of booths. Sometimes it's happened over the last couple of years that a troop will go into eBuddy and say, oh, well, I don't see that Jewel in one town over. That's the Jewel I normally shop at. So it's not my service unit. My service unit's not working on it. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to get that opportunity. Well, what you may not know is the service unit next to you is working on securing at it. If they've talked to the manager 2 times, they're just waiting on the finalization of their paperwork for it. So troops can begin entering MySales into eBuddy on January 29th. I highly recommend you use the cookie finder to make sure that that opportunity is not duplicated. And if you've got any questions again about MySales, please reach out to me. Angela, anything else on booths?
No, not at all. Thanks, Selena, so much. But we're talking about booths, and I want to share with you as we wrap up today's presentation a few more things. There we have Loop Site Days 2024. Hopefully you've had troops that have participated in Loop Site Days. It's a fun day, a fun opportunity, and a different booth site opportunity for our troops. This is where troops get the opportunity to sell cookies in high-rise building locations in downtown Chicago and in the West Loop. The council takes care of all the locations, getting the cookies to the locations. All you have to do, or at least your troops have to do, is sign up for the opportunity. Sign up takes place January 2nd through January 4th. It is, as I said before, a great and different booth site opportunity for our troops. And troops in the past have enjoyed having a loop site opportunity as well. At your booth sites, troops not only can take cash, but I'm sure they're also using a credit card processor. There are 2 that I'm going to highlight today. We have the Digital Cookie app. It's a great app, which when troops use those, the girls can place their customer's order on the app, conduct the credit card transaction. The transaction goes straight into eBuddy. Then there is the Clover app. The Clover app is another app similar to Square and all the other different types of credit card processors. For both of these processors, that is Digital Cookie and Clover, The council pays for the transaction fees. However, I just want to note is that our relationship with Clover will conclude in 2024. That's right. You can still utilize Clover. However, the council will no longer pay for the credit card fees for Clover. And that would conclude August 31st, 2024. Digital Cookie app, as I mentioned before, is a great tool. It's great that girls can process orders, share even her link with potential customers as well who may not have time to stop and actually place an order with the Girl Scout. The Girl Scout can simply actually share her site with a potential customer utilizing her Digital Cookie app. These are 2023 Cookie CEOs. Every Girl Scout in our council has the opportunity to become a Cookie CEO. Cookie CEOs are the top 5 cookie sellers within our council. Each of our cookie CEOs from the past year have used different ways to run their cookie business, whether it's gift of caring, whether it's booth site, whether it's an order cart, or a combination of all of those. Congratulations to our Girl Scouts who sold 1 package of cookies or even over 30,000 packages of cookies. I can't wait to meet our 2024 cookie CEOs. Today, we shared a lot of information with you, and we don't expect you to remember it all. You will soon find information about our cookie program on our council's website, not only for volunteers, but for our girls and parents as well. You'll find guides there. You'll find links to upcoming trainings, microburst. You'll see our social media toolkit. The list goes on and on. And as Anne mentioned, be sure to check out the Little Brownie Baker website for resources too. And also eBuddy, the Help Center. It soon will also have information that for you or your troop leaders can go to at a moment's notice. But most importantly, as we conclude today, we want to thank you for everything that you do in support of our cookie program. Should you or your troop leaders or even your parents have questions or need further assistance about our cookie program, be sure to reach out to the product program team. That's product program at girlscoutsgcnwi.org or give us a call at 855-456-8347, extension 6722. On behalf of Little Brownie Baker, the product program team, and our council as well, we thank you for everything that you do today. And thank you for your time.